to parent my children. And let me pause right there in the story and talk about technology, because every single time it comes up in my feed, it's like all these old people so scared of technology, saying technology is the devil. And if you speak up against it or try to defend technology in any way, they make you their target. They're like, oh yeah, you don't think technology is the problem? Fine. And they come in my phone and start showing me why technology is the problem. And they're not the only ones who have done that. It's every opinion around me that has been verbalized to me or forced down my throat or in my newsfeed, if I disagree with it, they don't allow that. They do not allow a person to disagree. As soon as you voice that you disagree, they make it their purpose to show you why you're wrong. And I'm not saying that technology isn't flawed. Everything is flawed because everything is evolving, constantly evolving. So it's a process of trial and error. And as we find, little quirks or little viruses or bugs, we can fix them. But not when you pick on one person and attack them from every single angle. That's not natural. Now you have, you don't have any thesis or basis to say technology is the problem, because technology is not. Technology in the wrong hands, that's the problem. And so I keep on reporting on all of these things. Tech is just one example, but it's everything. I became an advocate of medical marijuana. I watched a lot of people with muscular issues, nervous system issues, myself included, who were prescribed either heavy duty pain pills like opiates or other nerve blockers and shit like that. And I watched these people suffer. How many of you in the comments have ever been watching a TV show and all of a sudden it's AstraZeneca Logical for your RA? It will cure your symptoms in 7 days. Ask your doctor tomorrow. Just be careful in case you don't like nosebleeds, brain hemorrhages, stomach ulcers, pain in your feet, pain in your hands, difficulty with circulation, difficulty swallowing. You might need to use a straw for the rest of your life. What the fuck are you talking about? They're giving you a list of 50 problems, 100 problems that's going to cure your one problem, but medical marijuana is just making you a little hungry for a snack and calm. And that's exactly what it's done for the panic disorders and the post-traumatic stress disorders that I've had. And I, as I said, have witnessed it work that way in others. So what do? I go public with that. This is a year ago. I go public with that, and this is a year ago. And as soon as I do, they start demonizing pot in every way possible. They start lacing it with stuff. They start, they do everything, you guys, to make me wrong. And I don't get it. I'm never going to be the person in the newsfeed saying, if you take medicine for this, you better stop it right now. I'm the person saying, oh my God, you guys, I was really struggling with this, and this is the solution that I found. It works great. If you want to try it, cool. If not, no big deal, And as I said, it used to be for an influencer position because I wanted a paid influencing job. I've worked historically as an influencer before technology came. Who knows what an influencer would look like before the evolution of things like live broadcasting and paid social media marketing campaigns? Anyone? Who's ever walked into a nightclub and seen someone there with vapes? Who's ever walked into a trade show and seen models there trying to sell to you? Who's ever walked into a liquor store or a grocery store and seen models there sampling and giving product demos? That's the evolution of the influencer, okay? So salespeople in every capacity are transitioning to stay-at-home, work remote influencers. And I thought, oh my God, there's no better job for me. I have years of experience in promotional modeling. I know how to sell products. I know how to interact with people. I know how to be sociable, and talkative and kind and compassionate and make connections with people that will result in sales. This is a good job for me. And I started getting involved in the fitness niche because fitness was my whole entire life at the time. And they literally attacked me to the point where I don't know how to describe it, you guys. Like I said, 1 in 2 times that I would get in my car, there there would be a stalker parked outside waiting for me to move my car, and they would follow me. There was this black Cadillac, I think it's called the ATS, not the CTS. It was like probably 5 or 6 years newer than my car, the Cadillac CTS. It used to park outside of my apartment, and literally, I swear to God to you guys, 9 out of 10 times, that's a rough estimate, 9 out of 10 times that I would leave, and I would never have a regular schedule. Like, I was working out at Equinox at the time. I had a membership to Equinox, the one right here in the 900 North Building, Michigan Avenue. And I was working out at this Equinox health club, and I would go every day at a different time. Sometimes 5 a.m., sometimes 8 a.m., sometimes 5 p.m., you know? Every fucking time, like if this guy had a low jack in my house or a bug and he could hear everything I would say, every time I would go to get in my car to go either drive DoorDash or go to the gym or go to the grocery store, this fucking guy in this black Cadillac would be waiting outside for me, and he would follow me. And they did the exact same thing with the car I just told you about. All of this, like I said before, is 100% real, not for entertainment. I've never hired anyone to do any of this. I swear to God to you, on my life, on my children's life, on everything I love. From my perspective, this is real. The bludgeoning, it was real. The photos are there. The staples were there in the back of my head. The blood was pouring down my face. My legs were completely inflamed. You know, the being sexually assaulted, that is real. They held me down after making me walk around for 3 to 5 days with no sleep, locking me out of my car, my house, my friends, everything. Waited for me to be so physically exhausted I could no longer move, and then sent someone in to rape me. Promised me a hotel room for the night, no strings attached, and sexually assaulted me from behind while I begged and cried and had no physical strength to fight this person off. How do I keep reporting these occurrences to law enforcement with proof of most of them, and yet I'm still not taken seriously? So Instagram and social media, even TikTok in a lot of ways, if you go and see, I still do a lot of creative campaigns for my production company, GoPro Solo, because that's the only creative outlet I have right now. And it's literally what keeps me alive and like makes me, you know, not give up. But if you go to any of those profiles, you guys, you can see all of this very, very well documented. And so I went from being an influencer creating marketing content to a woman fighting for her life every single day and feeling like the content that I post is for documentation purposes so that nefarious and malicious entities, people, places, things, situations cannot steal my truth away. And it's so sad to have to live that way. You know, it's so sad. But I'm okay. Today's my birthday, by the way. I'm a young 29 years old, if anyone asks, and never getting a year older. Don't tell anyone that I'm anything other than 29 forever. I'm 29 eternal, okay? Or should it be 27? Either way, I'm getting older. My baby girl, my firstborn, she graduates high school this year. There is no bigger heartbreak that I've encountered yet than what they have done with my children and I. My children are my right-hand mans. Like, they are my everythings. And they have separated me from them unlawfully for going on 4 years now. 4 fucking years, you guys.